I'm Wada. I have been living in the UAE for almost 19 years, originally from Egypt. I actually been working in HR for the past 2 decades and more. Enjoying it, I chose HR. It's not the other way around. The most important thing, they call me a fitness freak. Always been told that I have too much energy, which I try to put in the right place, being work or fitness. And yeah, trying to enjoy my life and enjoy my work and enjoy my friends and my family as much as I can. I actually had this something inside me when I was young that I want to stand on my own foot. So I started to work very early, and not because I had to, but just because I felt this urge of being someone independent.
What made you decide that people and culture is your real calling?
How a good leader can change someone's career and how a bad culture can totally destroy it.
True.
I've always had this passion of building workplaces where people don't lose themselves.
What is the first red flag which you think is there in the organization which can tell you about the company culture is breaking or is not at the right place? That HR is a complaint department where they can go complain, nag, or maybe discuss the issues which sometimes relevant, sometimes not relevant.
How decisions are being made, not how they have been written on paper. This is also extremely important.
There is an employee who is a star performer, overachieving, but that person is toxic. So how organization should deal with such things? Hi everyone. So today's guest is a woman who has transformed workplaces, shaped cultures and inspired many leaders across the world. She led strategies for the various global organizations, yet what stands out most is not her title, but the humanity. A culture architect, a board member, a fitness enthusiast, and a leader who believes that people are the real engine of an organization. So, let's all welcome Miss Gada Salah. Hi, Gada.
Hello, how are
Welcome
you
to our show.
Thank you so much. Pleasure to be here.
Pleasure to have you with us today. Would you like to introduce yourself?
So simply, I'm Wada. I have been living in the UAE for almost 19 years, originally from Egypt. I actually been working in HR for the past 2 decades and more. Enjoying it, I chose HR. It's not the other way around. And the most important thing, they call me a fitness freak. Always been told that I have too much energy, which I try to put in the right place, being work or fitness. And yeah, trying to enjoy my life and enjoy my work and enjoy my friends and my family as much as I can.
Okay. So, before all the achievements and all the titles, who were you exactly? I mean, what pushed you to become the leader who you are today?
So I was a very independent teenager. I actually had this something inside me when I was young that I want to stand on my own foot. So I started to work very early, not because I had to, but just because I felt this urge of being someone independent. So as a young girl, my passion was to be an accountant, which actually my friends think that it was very weird at that time. But actually, numbers has been my comfort zone. My brain always like logic, problem solving. So that's why when I graduated, my first few weeks in finance hit me a lot because I started to discover something I never knew I had, which is empathy. I started to feel like I'm really having something to give to people. I enjoy helping people. I love seeing people growing or putting them on the right track and supporting them. And actually, this simple thought have changed my entire path.
Okay. So, as you mentioned that you were more towards the finance, more
Yes.
towards the numbers. Okay. So, then what made you decide that people and culture is your real calling?
Honestly, because I have seen how a good leader can change someone's career and how a bad culture can totally destroy it.
True.
I've always had this passion of building workplaces where people don't lose themselves, where people can grow, thrive, and become better people, and at the same time reach their potential. So for me, building workplaces or trying to support people, it's not a job, it's the purpose of my work.
That is wonderful. I got to know that you are a dancer, you are a fitness enthusiast, you are
Yes,
CHRO,
yes,
you are a board member as well, you are a leader, speaker as well.
yes.
So, which is the quality which really surprised people, which was hidden?
So honestly, the surprise goes both way. So each one of the things that you have mentioned have shaped my personality. It just show different perspectives from who I am. The discipline side, the joyful side, the creative side, and honestly, the surprise in both communities. So my dance community, my fitness community, every time I talk about my work and my job, they actually get a surprise. They don't believe that I sit and do that and I can have a conversation in a boardroom. Yeah. On the other side, my corporate colleague, if they see a dance video for me or they see me working out somewhere, they get a shock. Yani, how come this is the lady that give us sometimes difficult work to do in the office? And honestly, I am proud of both. And it's simply me. And it shows people that leaders can be multidimensional. Yeah.
No, I think I can completely relate to that. This is a wonderful part of a leader as well, to manage everything,
Yes.
taking care of your own personal
Yes.
health, mental peace,
Of
and
course.
again giving your 100% to your work as well,
I
which is
feel it also give you an advantage of being nicer to work with.
right. Absolutely. So you have led cultural transformation across various organizations,
Yes.
and they all are the multinationals, I would say. And what is the first red flag which you think is there in the organization, which can tell you about the company culture is breaking or is not at the right place?
I believe it's lack of ownership. When your people start caring about their job, about their business, about their colleague, when this engagement become natural, you see it everywhere and it's accepted by leader. I feel like this tell you that the culture is silently collapsing far before the numbers start showing it.
So many people still think that HR is a complaint department where they can go complain, nag, or maybe discuss the issues which sometimes relevant, sometimes not relevant. So, what do you think that what is the biggest misconception that HR about HR that you wish leaders understood?
So you are absolutely right, and I would need to tell everyone HR is not a complaint department. We are not the only problem solver in the business. I think, and I believe HR is the strategy department for people and culture. We build capabilities, we develop leadership, we actually keep the business safe, we support the business to stand out, and we actually support it to grow for a long time. And the good HR is closer to the strategy than anyone can realize. And if a company at this century is still not capitalizing of this people and culture department or HR department or human capital department, names are becoming too much, but it's still the same. We are responsible of the company leaders, people, every single individual, and we have to be taken serious. We have to have a chair available in every boardroom to be able to support the company. We are not a
Right.
cost center department. We are actually a cost saving department if it is managed right and it's supported right. And we can take the company to a different level if HR is strong enough.
Absolutely. Okay, so when you are joining any new company as a CHRO, what are the few things which you observe at the initial stage,
Yeah.
which gives you an idea about the culture of the organization?
Okay, so the three pillars of any organization is people, processes, and technology. So I will say if I will take the people aspect of it, my first thing that I would love to see or I would be observing is how people talk about the leaders when they are not in the room.
Right.
Okay. This is for me, tell you a lot about the company, and it's very important for an HR leader. Second thing is how decisions are being made, not how they have been written on paper. This is also extremely important. And the third important thing is behaviors. So what kind of behaviors are being rewarded and what kind of behaviors are being tolerated. This tells you a lot about the company culture.
Gada, being tech into the picture these days, there are a lot of trends. They are coming, going, fading away, and still few are building up. So, what do you think? Like, which trend is underrated at the moment?
Underrated, I will say taking HR serious. But if we are thinking about overrated trends, for example, Anna, for me, any trend that becomes a checklist is overrated. Any trend that is not taken serious is still underrated. For me, you will hear a lot of things like AI, diversity and inclusion. You will hear employee wellness. But the moment any of those things are becoming a slide in a presentation, it becomes overrated. One thing that I really get annoyed of is that people talking about transformation, and then at the end of the day, it gets translated as we are buying a new system or investing in a new tool. Transformation is much more bigger than that. What is really underrated for me as a trend in HR is looking at the people and the processes at the same time as a very important tool for the company to grow. This is not there. Every time you talk about process or transformation, when it comes to people, give them a new system, they will be happy. So sort of give them a toy to play with and everything will be fixed.
But you yourself led so many HR tools
Yes.
and the tech transformations
Yes.
as well. So, what is the biggest myth people have which they think about for the digital HR?
Okay, adding up to my previous question, it is okay, let's buy a system to fix our broken process or a bad culture. This will never happen. What happens with systems is that it amplifies the problems that you are having. So if you invest in a tool and you are having bad processes or bad culture, what happens? It will expedite showing up these problems, but it will never fix it. Transformation and HR technology has to be taken very serious. You do all the cleanup, and the last thing, the technology will come. But you bring technology in a space where it's not working or it's very messy, it will increase the mess and will make people difficult. Same like if you have a process that is at the moment manual and you want to put it in digitalization phase, you are moving the problem from a piece of paper to the screen. You haven't fixed the problem at all.
Right. Okay. So as we are discussing a lot about, or maybe this thing is coming again and again about the culture and all. Okay. So I want to know, like, if in an organization there is an employee who is a star performer, overachieving, but that person is toxic. So how organization should deal with such things?
Okay, so
And I'm sure this is the problem most of the organization face.
I was about to tell you that this has been lots of issues and incidents with me in the past where I had this tough discussions because companies, sometimes leaders focus a lot on the performance and forget about the attitude, which is extremely important. For me, the answer will be let them go and as fast as possible. They are costing you much more than what they are bringing to the business.
Right.
Toxicity kills the culture. It destroys collaboration. It destroys people connection. It creates a toxic culture all over the organization. And a company is not winning anything if they started losing their people in the process.
Right. Gada, you mentioned earlier that succession is your biggest forte,
Yeah.
and or I can say it is your passion. So, what is the biggest mistake which companies do in order to create the future leaders?
I feel the biggest problem when they start focusing on positions, not potential. Succession planning for me is not filling the chairs. or names in boxes.
Right.
Succession planning start way belong when you start developing people before these seats are empty. It's the appetite and the investment the company put in, not only HR, I'm talking about the entire organization, especially the leadership, the investment they put in growing their people so they can be their potential leaders. It's not an easy exercise. It's sometimes a threat to some of the leaders,
Right.
and sometimes it's not taken serious because people don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. They don't know how long they will be here. But at the end of the day, it's something very critical. As you mentioned, I'm personally passionate about developing people is number one responsibility for HR and number one task for leaders. So succession planning is not an option for an organization that want to sustain people who want to leave legacy and leaders who want to create something that is sustainable after they leave.
It is more about foresightedness.
Yeah.
Like they plan in advance, they see, they
Yes.
prepare themselves that
Yes.
this something could happen, and if they want to leave the legacy, they should prepare the
Exactly.
future leaders.
Yes, it requires lots of strength for a leader to decide to do that. But it is why we are here. We are not going to be here forever, and it's our job. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, I mean, based on that only, I want to understand, like, what do you think? People, those who are, I mean, like, leadership is something where the people are born with it, or it can be taught.
Okay, so I wish my best friend and my actual sister is here with me here today. She is actually a early colleague of mine at early age, long years ago. And she used to, when she joined this organization where we used to work together, she was just a fresh graduate, young girl with lots of passion. And I was a HR manager at that time. And when I was trying to talk to her, she just told me a very simple answer: I am a naturally born leader. And I was like, my answer at that time, and that was like maybe 12, 13 years back, is that very good, something good for you, but if you don't develop it, it will die. So for me, leadership absolutely is something has to be learned. Yes, you can see kids, naturally born leaders. You can observe them and say, oh, those kids will grow up to be strong leaders. And it doesn't happen, actually. Leadership for me, it's a decision a person make to change, to elevate their skills, and also to serve others. It's a mindset, it's a skill, and it has to be developed. Otherwise, it can die easily.
Right. So it can be developed
Yes.
with the right guidance, mentorship, coaching as well.
And the effort. We have to put the effort if we want to become leaders.
Absolutely. Okay. So as a woman who has broken ceilings, what is one invisible barrier women generally face that we don't talk about a lot?
Actually, until now and in this century, I believe we as women still struggle with the pressure of being perfect. I see in HR, men apply for job when they are on 50% readiness. We as women, we wait until we are 150% ready before we put our hands up. I think this have held lots of women, including myself, from pursuing lots of great opportunities. This struggle of that we have to be perfect before we start trying anything.
Absolutely. I can completely agree with this thing. Like, I have seen this thing. We females generally hesitate to share the ideas, maybe to come front when there is a major discussion is going on, or maybe something. It's always something which hold us. Most of the time.
It's actually very difficult the way we have been grown up, the surrounding, the environment. And I have to say, specifically in the Middle East and Asia and these developing countries, women has struggled a lot to not to find a chance, but to be there, to be listened to prove herself. We are still in this journey of proving ourselves. No matter how we grow, you will see lots of famous females who not only cross barrier, who became icons, but this imperfect struggle with them, it can show in small incidents everywhere.
Okay. So companies are talking a lot about inclusion,
Yeah.
right?
Underrated trend.
Yes, the recent trend.
Yeah.
Okay. But what does real inclusion look like beyond events or slogans?
So this is very sensitive topic to me because for me, inclusion, it's not a campaign,
Hmm.
it's not a workshop or training,
Absolutely.
and it's not some photos on LinkedIn.
Hmm.
Inclusion is when your people are showing up every day like they're themselves.
Hmm.
They are feeling safe to share their thoughts, to challenge ideas, and be themselves without fear of being judged
Hmm.
or without any consequence. I believe it's where decisions are made with the diversity of thoughts rather than the diversity of attendance.
Hmm.
Real inclusion is when your people are walking into the office every day, they can grow, they can strive as themselves without any pressure to change or to
Hmm.
fit in. This is a real inclusion. Yani for me, it's not what company announce, it's what people experience every day in the office.
Yeah. And thank you so much for sharing this thought with us, because you have rightly mentioned, like, when people feel be the part of the system
Yeah,
without any biases,
exactly.
this is where the real inclusion
Yeah.
starts.
I have seen and read and actually drafted lots of
Hmm.
policies about diversity and inclusion because I had to do that. But while even drafting them, I had lots of concerns in my mind. You put this in a piece of paper,
Hmm.
it becomes a homework. It's not, it's actually the attitude of the leader.
Right.
It's the conversation that you have when in the closed meeting rooms with your
Right.
team members and your colleagues. This is real inclusion. You don't fake that.
Hmm.
You walk into the organization and can see if they believe in it or not.
Hmm. Okay, so let's talk something about slightly personal
Sure.
thing. Okay,
Yeah.
so you are deeply passionate about fitness and dance as well.
Yes.
Okay, so how
Yes.
has movement shaped your leadership and resilience?
Okay. So movement has been my secret leadership school. Honestly, fitness have helped me maintain my shape and
Hmm.
strength. Dance make me feel alive. And both of them have given me a lot. They actually taught me to lead with energy, with rhythm, with joy, rather than with only strategy.
Hmm.
Because honestly, yani, if my body is very strong and my heart is very happy, I feel I can make better decision.
Hmm.
I am a nicer person to work with,
Hmm.
and I think I always believe on a joyful work environment. I love that. I cannot be working in a very strict, conservative, tough environment. I actually all the workplaces that I have worked in the past. For me, the element of joy has been in every corner where I'm working. Otherwise, I won't survive as a person, like the fish in the water.
Hmm.
So, joy for me is very important. And I think a movement, whatever it is, being fitness, being dance, being whatever sports you like, it brings certain joys to the people when they are doing it and they are enjoying it at the
Hmm.
same time. You take this energy to the office and you are a different company.
Right. But which sports is your favorite?
So actually, I don't do specific sport. I'm a fitness freak. So I do fitness like yoga, Pilates. I also do weightlifting. I don't love working a lot with the machines.
Hmm.
I like free movement and using body weight. But in the past, I have tried swimming. I have tried martial arts a
Wow.
lot. So I love kickboxing. Until now, I do some classes. But anything that keep me moving and let me focus on myself, my body, I
Hmm.
enjoy it very much. But the highest trend now is Pilates. So I'm
Hmm.
into Pilates at least a couple of times every week.
It is a great inspiration, actually,
Yes.
because I have seen that most of the time, females, we generally think, oh, I have kids to take care, I have a husband, I have work, I
Yeah.
have family, I don't have time to, I mean, like, give to myself. But
Yes.
I personally feel like at least give 30 minutes to 60 minutes to yourself. And not only because you want to be in a shape or something, but there are certain
Yes.
other benefits as well
Yeah.
which come
Of
with
course. Believe me, it's not only a female struggle. I see lots of males struggling to go to the gym with the long working hours, the long drives between offices and house.
Right.
It requires lots of discipline. So Anna, for me, for example, I always keep my gym bag in the car. So I don't have any excuse, because the moment I walk into the house, it becomes very difficult to revise your decision and go somewhere
Right.
else. And I find passion in fitness. So I don't do it to lose weight. I don't do it to build muscles. Yes, both are extremely important, but I enjoy it. Yani, you give me a couple of hours in the weekend and I go to the gym, you see my smile all over the week. It actually reflects a lot in my performance at work if I am actually doing lots of exercises. But again, it requires discipline. Same like everything else. It just same like training and development. The amount of effort you are putting in yourself.
In yourself, absolutely. Yeah, this is very much important, and this is, I would say, one of the underrated thing
Yes.
which generally people neglect most of the time.
I know. It's just because nobody's forcing to do. You are
Right.
forced to go to work. You are forced to maintain your beauty, your hair.
right.
But nobody's forcing you to go and exercise.
Absolutely.
But unless you are passionate about and you do it for yourself, you will always find this struggle. So my message to every woman, go out there, put your energy in fitness, because we want to age gracefully. We want to age without no one helping us to stand up or to move. We want to enjoy our life on our knees and feet.
Absolutely.
And be able to do everything until the
Everything
last
on
day
your
of
own.
our life. So
Yeah.
it's your choice. Do it early, because it becomes very difficult if you don't build this habit at early age.
Yeah, and I can see that being a mom of a teenager.
Yes.
I mean, like it doesn't show on your face actually.
Yeah, I hear this a lot. And honestly, if I will say one reason for that, it is because of fitness. The joy that fitness give me my entire life has actually built this strength on inside me that reflect on my face. Maybe some people say I look young, maybe I look strong, maybe actually everybody feel the energy I have when I'm in the office, when I'm working and during the meetings. And it's all, I feel, related to this fitness habit that I have built at early age. And when I say early age, yes, when I was young, but it's very easy to lose it when you grow up.
Right.
So some people say, if you don't get it when you are young, it's very difficult. No, I saw lots of good examples at 45 and 50. They start going to the gym and they maintain it for a long time.
Right.
And they do things with their body teenagers cannot do. Just consistency is key.
That is true. So, if you could leave one message for every woman watching this, what would you want her to believe about yourself?
Okay, I don't have to be diplomatic in there, like, but honestly, if I will say a message from my heart to my fellow women colleagues, I will tell him, you are allowed to be strong and vulnerable at the same time. You are allowed to be ambitious and still emotional at the same time. You are allowed to be powerful and still be imperfect.
Right.
You don't need permission to grow. You don't need anyone permission to be whom you want to be. All you need to do is just believe that you deserve every room you walk into. You deserve every place you are put into. You can do much more than what you can imagine. Your boundaries, your limit is only yourself, not the community, not the surrounding, not your husbands, not your family. You are your only limitation. So you can do everything.
That is wonderful advice. Thank you so much. We discussed about inclusion. We discussed about the transformation, HR tech, and fitness regimes as well. But thank you so much for coming and thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me. It's been a very nice conversation, very easy and very close to my heart. Touch on lots of points that I really believe in. And thank you for having me.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you so much.